Hey everyone, so this is a Katie Joy video, yay! I'm actually back to my old style of filming. I'm sitting in the floor of my bedroom, so that's, not gonna lie, I like it, I missed it. Before we get into it, I have to give my disclaimer. I do cuss in my videos, so if you have any little ones around, please go watch something else, and please come back. I would love to have you here. Oh Lord. So in order to make this video, I had to go back and watch a lot of Katie's content and other people's content covering the things that she's said and done, and it really got me to a point where I'm stuck. I'm stuck between two feelings about Katie and everything that she's gone through and everything she's going through. So on the one hand, I feel like y'all remember, I know everybody has seen it, everybody remembers it, the video of the little boy who went to the dentist and he got the laughing gas and he's sitting in the back seat and he's like, is this real life? I feel like that. Because I'm like, there is no way that someone would do this to themselves. Make up lies, cause a bunch of controversy, cause a bunch of arguments, do all these things that land them in real legal trouble over and over again, knowing what's going to happen. There's just no way. Is this like a complete persona that she has, or is this all some really fucked up social experiment? Like, I don't understand. However, on the other hand, I feel like I know there are people out there like Katie who are, unfortunately, and it's kind of sad, like I do make fun of Katie, and I feel like, for whatever reason she is the way she is that way. So if these are her actions and her thoughts and her words, I'm gonna say what I think about that, whether it's funny or not. But in a deeper sense, I kind of feel like it's sad because I do know people like this who can't help but to lie to make their life, or in her case, her YouTube channel and her career, seem more interesting than what it really is. So they compulsively lie and they do things to seek attention, whether it's good attention or really, really bad attention, including legal trouble. And at the end of the day, it's most sad for Katie's family. And I know she doesn't like people talking about her family, but it is what it is. I'm sorry that you put them online, you've talked about them. And Katie, if you see this, by this point in time, I know that there's really no point in this, but Katie, if you see this, you have a child with medical problems, issues, however you say that. Having a child, period, is expensive on its own. It just is. So I know having a child that has special needs or medical problems or whatever can't be easy to deal with, no matter what you're making on YouTube. So please stop what you're doing and think about that. I don't understand why she doesn't. So like I said, I'm stuck between feeling like this can't be real, and then like the sad, more likely option that it is real, and this is who Katie is. So I mentioned in my last video, and I'm sure everyone watching my channel knows this has happened to Katie before. She's been sued multiple times for the same reason, which is always defamation of character, going on and spreading false information and lies about people. And she gets into people's personal lives, and then she'll come on the internet and say that these people are not going to sue her, that the discovery process would show the truth and that would be bad for them, but yet they do sue her. And then she goes into this all-out war with everyone, drama channels, other creators, Emily Baker for covering the whole thing, all of it. And, in the past it's been dismissed or settled out of court, but I just don't see, like, the odds are not in her favor for that to happen every single case. And right now she has 2 pending lawsuits. So 2 different people who have sued her for defamation. So we're going to get into that, kind of what's going on with it as far as what I know and understand, which isn't a whole lot, but I just wanted to get back into covering Katie as this goes on. So it's for my channel and for me a kind of like roundup of what's happened. I know there are other channels who have been covering all of this entire time, and they probably know tons more than I do, so I'll link some of them below. Like I said, this is just for my channel to have an update of what's going on, because it's a lot. So we're going to start with, I have notes. Y'all don't need to see my handwriting, but I have notes. So the first lawsuit, this wasn't the first one to be filed, this is just the first one I wrote down. This is with the company 7M, which is a management company for apparently dancers, and I don't know if they have like other talent or whatever that they represent, or if it's like a social media thing, I don't know. But what I do know, what I've come to find out, is that Katie had made claims that the once again, I did not write his name, Robert Shin, there we go, I forgot his name in the last video, but she was claiming that him and this 7M management company was a cult. And she knew this, and she claims she's talked to people who have escaped from this cult, and that some of the claims, I even wrote them down, they control their clients, their social media, their families, their lives, and just, she made it a whole lot of statements and, Instagram videos and such, talking about people that had escaped from this cult and the control of this management company, and they're talking to her. And let me just address this real quick. I know I've spoken on this before, we all have, but it just doesn't make any sense. It never made sense that all of these people, all of these television celebrities or reality TV stars, that all of these people who know them or them themselves would come to Katie Joy on YouTube to tell her their story. Of all people, not a news company, not any like legit place of information, a magazine, a newspaper, a news show, that they would just go to Katie on YouTube, and Katie only, because no one else is getting these exclusives that she always gets. It just doesn't make sense. Even more so now that she has already been sued for defamation several times and has an ongoing defamation case against her. Why would these people escaping a cult go to Katie of all people? It does not make sense. And I really, truly, in my heart, believe that when these cases go to trial, when it's time to say, all right, who's your sources, I'm not sure that Katie's going to have them this time. Last time she threw, what's his name, Tati's business partner under the bus, because he was actually feeding her information. But I don't think that there's more than that. I don't think you're going to get a whole lot of people who've come from this management company and whatever. You get what I'm saying. I don't see it happening. And there's more with the Todd Chrisley case, which we're about to talk about. But for Katie to come online and say they're a cult, not saying, allegedly this happened, allegedly that happened. No, she's just straight up like, they're a cult. I've been talking to people when she heard she was going to be sued by Robert Shin. She was like, he's not going to sue me because then the truth will come out in discovery, and he doesn't want that. And guess what? He didn't seem to be too scared because he sued her. And I think that tells a lot. If you're truly this cult leader and you're trapping all these people and controlling their lives, you're not going to want the attention brought to that. And a YouTube channel saying some things about you wouldn't be enough to worry you. You would not then take it to court You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't add up. It just doesn't make any sense. And at the end of the day, I feel as though Katie just wants to feel more important and famous. Whatever. She wants that attention. She wants to feel that people believe her when she says that she gets all these sources and insider knowledge. Which is what's going to bring us over into the Todd Chrisley lawsuit. Now, this one was actually the first one that was filed. And at the time that the defamatory statements were made, the alleged defamatory statements, I don't even know. I don't care if anyone out there would like to sue me. I don't really know where that would get you, because I have literally nothing. I have a car, but it's a 2003 Honda, so do your best with that. I don't even own a dresser for my clothes. The one sitting behind me is not mine. Anyway, point is, you wouldn't get shit, so I don't really worry about my statements online as much, just because, you know, I don't go around defaming people, but you get what I'm saying. So, at the time that she made the statements that she made about Todd Chrisley was, I guess, getting ready to go to court, or was being charged with something relating to taxes and not paying taxes. And Katie started up, straight up saying he doesn't pay his taxes. Oh, he's going to prison, y'all. He's going to prison. Like, not like allegedly, or, oh, this could happen. He could be facing this, you know. She was just straight up, Todd Chrisley doesn't pay his taxes and he's going to prison. So happy. And then what you could probably consider the highlight of Katie's YouTube journalism career was befriending Lindsay Chrisley, which is Todd Chrisley's daughter. And apparently they don't have the best relationship, Todd and his daughter. So Katie, there was one stream in particular that she did where she seemed a little tipsy, and I don't care if the woman drinks or not, but I don't think it's a good idea for anyone to get online and be all kind of slurring their words, and just the way she was talking, you'd have to see it. Charlotte she did a video with that, talking about that. I'll put that in the description box, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about, the way she was acting and talking. But she came on there, and so apparently Lindsay had went on the Dr. Phil show and talked about her dad and her brother supposedly trying to get this sex tape of her to use it against her, to keep her from testifying against her dad. Something along those lines. So Katie decides to get online and talk about how Lindsay is her best friend, and she is not gonna let anything happen to Lindsay. She's not gonna let you, Todd, hurt Lindsay, because Lindsay is my best friend in the whole world. Oh, similar to how it went down. But in the midst of all this, she's stating things as fact that are not fact. There's no proof of a video, and it's actually recently come out that there's not a video, and that her dad was not trying to obtain a video to use against her. And I'm assuming at this time, this is when Todd was either saying he was going to sue Katie or had begun the process, because in that live, she's like, and basically telling Todd, I'm going to the FBI, I'm talking to the FBI, because what you are doing by trying to sue me is intimidate a witness, Lindsay, your daughter. You are using me to get at your daughter, who, by the way, was not a witness at his case yet. And she has said several times Lindsay Chrisley is a protected witness. Like, as in witness protection. And she's not. The post that Katie had posted was potential witnesses, people that could potentially have to testify. She's not a protected witness, and suing you, Katie, for the coverage and the things you're saying has zero to do with Lindsay. Lindsay has since, and especially recently in the past couple of weeks, which I'll talk more about in an upcoming video, she has put a lot of distance between her and Katie. She is literally like, that YouTuber that's covering and this stuff and saying all this, she literally called her that YouTuber. So we'll get into that more in my next video. But just so you know, that Lindsay has distanced herself completely from Katie, and Katie's reaction is going to be something else. But, yeah, so at the time, she was just making a lot of claims. Todd Chrisley doesn't pay his taxes. Todd Chrisley's going to prison. Todd Chrisley's trying to get a sex tape of his daughter to use it against her so she doesn't testify against him. Todd Chrisley's threatening to sue me so that he can get to Lindsay. And then my favorite part, the FBI agent, I can't remember what she said his name was. We're just going to call him Steve. But she's talking about, like, talking to Todd without saying his name. And she's like, and just so you know, the FBI, they know everything. And I talked to Steve, and Steve is a great FBI agent. He is just a great FBI agent, and he knows what you're trying to do to me to get to her, and he doesn't like it. I cannot, to literally be like, Steve, the FBI agent, knows what you're trying to do, and he doesn't like it. Who are you? Who is she? Who is this bitch? Like, how important does Katie think she is, really? And who would believe? For the FBI, let's just be real. We know how the legal shit works, most of us. The FBI can't do shit about Todd Chrisley suing her for defamation on how she's covering what's going on in his life. And anyone can see that some of the statements she made were defamatory, because you saying for a fact he doesn't pay his taxes when he has not been found guilty of not paying his taxes, that's defamatory on its own. I just can't with her. I just can't. And I get so frustrated. Like, there's a part of me that looks at her actions and I feel bad for her for feeling like she literally has to lie and do anything, even things that could hurt her financially, in order to get the attention. But the other part of me is just like, what the fuck are you doing? You're drunk on a live stream or tipsy on a live stream talking about fucking FBI agent Steve, who probably doesn't exist, or she may have spoken to someone from the FBI. She probably called him like, I just want to let you know Todd Chrisley's picking on me. And they're like, yeah, Brenda, did you hear that? Like, you know what I mean? And I've seen a couple comments that are like, can you get in trouble for saying that you spoke to the FBI and that the FBI's got an investigation or something going if they don't? And I don't know. I'm kind of curious. We should ask Emily Baker that one, because I want to know, can you get in trouble for saying, like, yeah, I'm talking to this FBI agent and he knows everything and he's totes on my side, when there's no one, when they're not? Like, I don't know. Lying doesn't get you in good places, I can say that much. Let me see if there's anything I missed. We talked about the intimidating the witness, the video, Texas in prison. We talked about her typical pattern of behavior, how she, you know, like I said, when someone's about to sue her, she does the same things. I talked about that in my last video. She always says they won't. She'll, like with Tati, I got 4 cease and desist. She's not going to sue me. She got sued. She said Todd Chrisley wasn't going to sue her. Her lawyers looked at it and there was nothing there. She got sued. The 7M thing, he's not going to want the truth to come out, and guess what? He sued her. So, I feel like it's deja vu from hell. And then once she is sued, again, she starts trying to make herself the victim. People are just always victimizing her. But she's so important and she has all these sources, and, you know, it's going to be okay, but it's not. And I'm sorry, like, yes, she has settled out of court. She has had a lawsuit dropped because of jurisdiction. But at the end of the day, like, your luck will run out. You know, I'm sorry, even if 3 out of 4 get dropped, there's 4 right now. So the odds, the odds are one of these are going to see it through. One of these are going to stick. My bet's on Todd Chrisley for sticking this through. And I'm very interested to see now if Lindsay Chrisley is going to sue. If that's already happened, don't tell me. I've been off the internet today. But we're definitely going to get more into like the details of things in my next video and her relationship with Lindsay, and we'll get into more of the 7M stuff and just what Katie has done since being sued. But I wanted to just make this video to put it all together. This is what's up, this is what's going on, this is where Katie has found herself yet again, and it's just so incredibly frustrating. Like, I feel like for so long, so many people were like, oh, these anti-KJ creators, they're just trying to grow and get followers off of Katie Joy. And no, you know, I was just as happy and content when I wasn't making videos about Katie. And, you know, if everyone stopped doing what they were doing and I just didn't have anything to talk about anymore, I'd be just as happy with that. Like, I'd miss you guys. I missed you guys while I was gone. But for me personally, I like to make videos about things I'm passionate about when I see someone doing something wrong. And if everyone just stopped doing this shit, I would be fine with not having a YouTube channel anymore, you know, and just going back to being, I'm a viewer first. That's how I feel about it. I love YouTube. That's what brought me here. And eventually I kept seeing things, and that's what brought me to making my own videos. But I'm not here to try to, like, get famous off of Katie Joy and her bullshit. I'm here because this woman has done the same things to many people and is still yet to be held accountable ever. She's never truly apologized for any one thing that she's done. So yeah, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna cover it and I'm gonna laugh and pull my hair out and all the feelings that I get from Katie and Without a Crystal Ball, and that's that. So let me know what you guys think of her being back up to all this stuff. What do you think about the lawsuits themselves? And do you see her luck running out? Like, do you see one of these lawsuits seeing it all the way through? And how long do you think that'll take? Let me know. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.